Oh, you guys are right on it. Morning, guys. Or what are we? Midday. You have to forgive me. I'm a little out of it. I have 7 days with COVID. So I'm a little, I don't know what I am. I haven't slept in 7 nights, I can tell you that. Oh, they're seeing Salazar. Oh, great, man. I appreciate you guys joining me here. Orly Dutek. That's a good one. Kevin, is COVID, you know what? I swear to God, it was 1 week ago, Wednesday, where I started feeling like I had a fever. And the last thing that occurred to me would be COVID. What the fuck? It's not 1920 or 2020. I had it in 2020. It was only a good friend of mine told me it was going around Austin and all of Texas. Encouraged me to go do a home test, and I'll be damned. It's fucking COVID. It's just brutal. When I had it in 2020, it was like 3 days, mild cold, it's like a big deal. This is kicking my ass. Absolutely kicking my ass. So 1 week later, I feel about exactly the same as I did a week ago. Really, avoid this at all costs. Really has been a bummer. But as the guys in the Discord know, right, as I was kind of just fussing around and saying time waits for no one. Amazingly, not a single one of you knew that lyric. That shocks me, but I am an old fucker. But good music is good music. That's the Stones. It's only rock and roll. Come on, one of the greats of all time. Oh God. So I may be a little sniffly, sneezy. I'm gonna use the mute button best I can today. Yoko. Oh God, I've got you guys on a different monitor so I can barely see it. We are in the trade angels. We're the trade angels. Oh, I know trade angels. That guy. Oh shit, I've forgotten his name. Because he uses his real name and the name he uses are different. Son of a bitch. I have a text from him. Yeah, he wanted to collaborate a little bit. One of my first students was Trade Angels. Like a little riff on the Trade Devils thing, I guess. You will recover a lot. You know what? I've been reading, take a lot of protein. So I've been doing a lot of protein. I just haven't had much appetite. But oh my God, I had no idea what I was in for when I was like, oh, COVID. All right, well, it'll be 3-4 days. Okay. Day 7 still. No sleep last night. All right, let me move on. Let's get to the business at hand. I got a pretty good lineup here. Took you guys a little bit, usually it's a nudge or two. Now I got more than I can handle here. But I'll try and stick to the schedule here. So let me, I guess everybody's good here. Grass-fed, grass-finished is the key though, right? Okay, let me get rid of the disclaimer. This is, here, I'm going to get up his first. So hang on a second. This is a holdover from last week. This is, I love this name, Christos Giannopoulos. Well, I'm absolutely sure is Greek. Gave me this at the end of last week. Here, hang on a second. Shit, where'd he go? This is a tricky chart, right? And so we'll visit this real quick. I know many of you may not trade this, but it's challenging, right? This is a very difficult chart. Let me get his up first. We'll take a look at it because he has some good thinking here. Okay, let's see now. If I push this over here, you guys, I'm so out of it. I got to think for a second. Am I good here? I think we are. Okay, so you guys can see that coffee chart, and I can see your chat. Okay, so this is Christos. He's taking a big swing at this, and his thinking here is very valid, right? So, let me get rid of that. I know that's annoying. So we're coming down in this 5, right? So, I should probably do a little start off here, right? Just as a reminder to you guys what we're doing here, right? This is I never want people to think this is about me flexing technical chops. This is really not what it's about. What I'm trying to do here is just demonstrate our methodology so it's consistent from week to week to week. So we you guys can decide amongst yourselves, as you're evaluating whether this is a methodology that makes sense to you that you would want to apply to your TA work. So that's always what I'm after here. And I'd be quick to tell you of my team of Ellioticians, they're all better Ellioticians than I am. I've just got more experience than they do. All of them came from the membership. Everyone who's ever worked for me for 5 years, they all came from membership. And some of them are just incredibly skilled Ellioticians, right? That's why I hired them. So as we apply this, I'm a little bit less of a purist than they are, and have incorporated a lot of market structure, partly because it's, I mean, you can't escape it, right? It's so popular now. Yeah, although I will tell anyone who's leaning heavily on market structure, algos are adapting to it. They know how many people are trading it, so don't be surprised if it's less effective than you thought it was 2-3 years ago. Anyway, right? They're still going to try and pick your pockets for membership, or what do they call it? Jesus, mentorship, whatever the fuck they call it. Right, so careful of that, right? There's no shortage of content, right? Ours is kind of a combination, but again, as you've heard me say before, you can't trade Elliott Wave without trading market structure. Period. It's the, as I like to say, it's the OG of market structure, right? It's got more rules and regs to it. I suppose you could say that. But okay, let me get that. I don't think I need that up. Okay, all right. So anyway, right, with that all said, now this is Christos. He's giving me this chart. Now you got to kind of back up on this a little bit, because this is, he's working through, he's applying Elliott Wave here best he can. It's not that it's inaccurate, but it's hard to look at this and think correction, right? Correction? Okay, right. Now that's where a little bit of, it's again, it's not that these are, the way he's got it labeled here is inaccurate or not valid. It's just, sometimes you guys just look at it and say, do we have a trend? Do we have a trend? Well, I suppose you could, if I just grab something big here, you could say, well, that's a pretty big box, right? We haven't got new highs here. We've got a pretty big range, let's call it that, right? When we're in a range, we want to buy the lows and sell the highs, right? We want to stay out of it. It's just a crapshoot in the middle. So I think that's part of what's happening here is he's trying to make do with what we have here. But sometimes you can get yourself in trouble, right? So as it's often the case, right? What's the simplest explanation? Well, and again, this is in no way to make light of the TA he's done here, but if we start to look here, this is tricky here. We would have a triangle here, but it's a series. We've got a double here that retraces, right? There's the classic break of structure, retrace. Then I get a new high, retrace, new high, retrace. So it's hard to look at this and be concluding that it's corrective. Now, having said that, as we sit here, having failed to break this high, the question becomes, okay, are we coming down here, right, as he's laid out the geometry? Now, if we retrace and we come down here as he's got it pinned, okay, well, there's the 50 in the golden zone, right? So he's obviously studied our material. I think he's a member, right? So the retrace here, this would, of course, be the area of interest regardless of the Elliott count, right? It's just, okay, I've got a pivot low. We're coming out of an imbalance here, out of this triangle. I get something impulsive. I get corrective. Impulsive. It's not a beautiful correction, but then I get another impulse here. So it looks like A, B, C. Now, just in practical application, there are times where the Elliott it can just confuse you. What can we say objectively looking at this? Okay, right. Again, I like the use of the geometry he's got that he's applied here. Well, not much question about what we have there, right? So if we want to just keep it market structure simple, break of structure. What do we anticipate always after a break of structure? Retrace, right? That's what the algos do, right? So grab liquidity. They're going to come down here. If they want to take it higher, they got to come down here and grab some more liquidity, right? If they want to take it higher, they've got to have somebody to buy it from. Where's that, right? Those are the stops. So as we sit here looking at this on a daily, now keep in mind, coffee, you got to have some fairly deep pockets to trade coffee. You guys will recall I was a broker for 10 years in the commodities and all the futures markets, but we did a lot of commodity trading. And whenever you're trading something like coffee, you are absolutely trading the weather. You can have a huge payday. I had clients, catch some, freeze in Brazil, right? And the thing goes berserk, right? Again, that's trading the weather, right? So it's you have to understand the animal you're trading. This is very weather influenced, which, hard to predict, right? So, I remember days, you were checking the fucking weather forecast in Brazil to see if we're going to have a drought or what we're going to do. But the point being, Okay, what can I say here? I've got swing, retrace, swing, retrace, swing, retrace. Until that changes, right now, if I look at this here, this would be definitely an area of interest, because what you're doing is you're pulling from here, regardless of how this lays out. Here's the dominant low, dominant high, and we're retracing. That's all the market ever does. That's all it ever can do, aside from a triangle. Right? Everything is just a variation of that. That's all the market can ever do. It's two-dimensional, right? We swing, we retrace. We're either going to break this low or the high. That's it, right? I suppose we can go sideways for a while, but eventually one of those two pivots is going to break and determine, we're going downtrend, or are we just going to continue with this uptrend? So while his labeling here is perfectly accurate, this is one of those cases here where I would lean less on the Elliott and a bit more on everything else, which is why we don't teach Elliott exclusively. And you've heard me say many times about our methodology. It's Elliott third in the list of priority. Geometry, fib relationships, then the Elliott if it fits, if it applies, and if it's adding value. If it's not, as it seems to be here, just making it confusing. It's not that you would want to ignore it. It's just there's a lack of clarity here. We're not moving in more typical Elliott patterns here. So we've got, so hard to argue with the idea that we have a triangle here. Hard to argue with this impulse. This is the correction. Here's another impulse. Now, you could work this a little bit differently. You could, if you wanted to be, we could do it this way. We could come up here 3, 4, 5, right? So that could play as an impulse. Now, to some degree, that's a little bit of an Elliott shuffle. You're going, oh fuck, I don't like it as an ABC. So let me squeeze it in this way. There are times where that's the right choice, but when without any certainty or clarity, I would let this kind of clear itself up a little bit. I don't know what the fuck we have here. Nobody does, other than I can be definitive about the swing structure. I've got a break of structure here. There's the retrace. Well, where's the low? Well, let's see. Is he pulling it from here? I gotta double check his pull here, where he's pulling from. Is that what he's pulling? No, I would pull it from here. His is a larger pull. So I'm gonna pull this off. Oh, did he lock it? Yeah, he's got it locked. I'm gonna hide. Let's just hide that for a sec. Hide it. Okay, so could be an impulse. The 2 and the 4, right, are obviously not good. It's the Elliott. It's unclear. So why force it? Is that the ABC? Well, let's go to a 4. This coffee often does this. Oh, that's him, right? So good work there. Okay, so this confirms the high when we break this low. That's the last. That's the last low here before we go up, right? All of this is just one leg. We come down to that confirms that we have a high here. So, God, it's hard not to see that ABC as a contender here. So I would just play it. I'd keep it simple here when it's confusing, right? Occam's razor. What simplest solution? Almost always going to be the benefit. Going to be the right choice. So let's call it swings with breaks of structure. This would be a change of character here. Here's the break. Here's the retrace. Anywhere down here. Now to me, I would strongly encourage you to trade this with options, because it's so expensive, right? $10 a tick, and it's volatile as hell. The margin requirements alone are a pain in the ass. So you're going to need a big account. Even the options are going to be expensive. So if you're coming down here, and maybe Christos, I think his comment was, if you were a wholesaler in coffee, I don't know if I still have that, how would you trade this? Well, all they're doing is hedging, right? So if you're a wholesaler, so here, is that a change? Yeah, that's a change of character, right? I'm going to just change that. Okay, so here's the break. Now, we coming down. Is that a 5? Is that an AB? God, it's not great, is it? All right, so you kind of see, right? Already, if you're working this hard to get to a solution, I already don't like it. Now, fuck, what do we got here? 3, 4. How am I getting that A in there? He's got to be down here. Oof, that's ugly. He's got to be down in a 30 to get that. One, okay, all right, flies. Diag, but right, do we really have a series of 3s there? It's just ugly Elliott. So I would keep it there. but I just work off the swing structure. If we come down here, I would absolutely wait to see a reaction of some sort, and I would take the next retrace, right? I mean, it's as simple as that, right? That's all the market can do. One of the two pivots is going to break. Let it come down here. Let's see a reaction. And I'd be sitting here waiting for this, right? Just to keep it simple. Okay, I got clear risk control, which when you're trading coffee, you better be damn sure about where you're going to be exiting, not sitting in an option, exiting. If we start to break below this, some of this, you got to just bail. You got to just take the loser before you get something that runs away from you, and it can run away with you. So I'd be very careful about this. This is dangerous trading in here, so approach accordingly. Krista, your work here is very disciplined. It's very good. How would you do that? Oh, Jesus. A, B, even that B is suspect. You got another diag here. I'd be inclined to put this down here. This looks very four-ish, right? The fours they stand out. So I might eliminate some of that. So now maybe you can get ABC1 to ABC2. You're not going to get the overlap there. So it's just fucking ugly, Elliott. Oof. You're not going to get that. It's just not going to fly. Yeah, I wouldn't be trading here unless there was some very important reason that you needed to be trading here. I don't know if you're in the market, Christos, or not, but that's a mess right there. So if you want to DM me, Christos, we can take a look at this together. If there's a reason you're trading in here, if you like the volatility, well, you got it here. So anyway, I'm not going to spend too much more time because I know we have so few that are trading there. But thanks for posting. Your work looks good. I'd lean on the geometry and the fib relationship until that Elliott clears up. Okay, so Wonka. Oh, is that Wonka giving me one? Okay, Wonka's giving me one here. So let me go to that one. Let's leave here. Uh-oh. That didn't work. All right, something up there. Oh, I suppose here I had this teed up as an alternate count for you here, but okay, Wonk, something up with your link. I can go to my link. Oh, I'm sure a lot of people are curious about link. Okay, let's get that down here. We must have looked at this last week. Do I want that? I guess I do. What's my range here? No, maybe I don't need log. I'd prefer not to be in log, quite honestly. I'm in log to be a giant pain in the ass. Okay, 1, ABC. Yeah, we looked at this last week. So you got, here's the next retrace. Okay. Coincidence? I do this every week. Never a week where I don't show you this 25 times, right? Because again, you feel free to disagree, but I can promise you that is the dominant algo in the market. All right, you probably got it two times in a row. You see it? I feel, I show it so much, right? It just feels like, oh my God, not this again. Right? Always another algo on the other side, right? So you got to battle a short algo trying to get here and the long algo trying to hold here. So where's the better risk reward? Right? If you're going to trade link, I mean, if you're looking for something to get into, whether short-term, long-term, right? Do you have better risk reward than that? You're not going to find much better than that. I mean, even if you went first target here, maybe you go 707, something like that. Allow for maybe a wick, right? A puncture wick, something like this, right? You don't want to get nailed on that. So maybe you go 707, give it a little room because you don't want to stay too long, right? If it's not kicking out of there quickly, you just want to get the hell out. Don't sit and go, well, let's see if it comes back. Just take the small loser. Don't do this ever. It's just, I know you don't want to get stopped out. Oh, fuck. I know that thing's going to go. Just take them. It only gets worse, right? Because as you've heard me say 1,000 times, the market punishes mistake. You move your stop, that's mistake number one. It will punish you for that. You get away with it, right? But you get away with it, you say, oh God, good thing I moved the stop. No, you just reinforced a bad habit. You'll do it next time, right? And again and again and again, because you don't want to get stopped out, right? It's not the way you approach money management. You take the stop and thank the stop for doing its job. So is this a 1? Well, if we're going to have that would be our Y, right? So coming out of this, we got a little wiki up here. If this is a 1, well, let's get it labeled. 1, 2, maybe, right? Maybe, right? We don't know. Get these up here. 1, is that 2? Well, they can fly. Looks like, oh fuck. A, maybe you got a little triangle on there. C, there's the 2. It's perfectly technical. Is that a 1? It's not a great looking 1. This could be A, right? We could be going deeper. This could be A, B, and we're going to come down here, right? Algo gets its target. This one gets broken. This one gets its target. We still have this one down here that only got wicked. So we know we have support down here. We're kind of at that place where now as the rate dialogue, certainly we're going to get a piece of that puzzle today. If we're going to have an alt season, it's time. So to nibble at the long side here, remember, you don't have to go balls deep here. You just take a little piece of it. If it starts to go, okay, well, if that's a 1-2, we're going to have, it's not optional. We're going to have an impulse. You don't have to get the turn. If this is 1-2, we're going to have a 3, right? And that's going to have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Lots of places to get on board here. Where's the resistance? Going to be right? We know it's right there, right? And it's going to also be from the top, right? We'll have to get through this one, right? We'll have to get through it here, and coincidentally, look where the supply is, right? As we come into the golden zone, right? Get through it. Okay, 3. What? Again, it's just Elliott, basic Elliott, right? We got a 4. Now we go for the 5, right? Boom, 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 right? This will forever be the advantage of Elliott Wave over everything else. We have this decision matrix. A, B, right? If not this, then that. And if not that, then this, right? That's the huge advantage that will always stay to the Elliottian, right? But, not everybody wants to put in that kind of work, right? It's just easier to draw lines and boxes, right? And it's not supposed to be easy. The idea is to be profitable, right? Too hard for you? Wrong business. Okay, right? So 1, 2, maybe, right? Let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2. We're going to get it. Low risk trades here. You play a little leverage here. Whenever you have a stop that's that tight where you are clearly you know where you're wrong, you can play a little leverage with that. Why not? You're really going to make a big. You don't have to go 500 to 1, but you maybe take a little leverage there. It's still even right there on a 4-hour. It doesn't look like it's. I got a little bit of it. It taps the 65, right? So that's an algo kicking. But look here. This is all. We're not taking out the highs of any of those candles, so we're still heading down here. We've just swept the low here. Don't make assumptions. Oh, it's tagged the 65, so it's going to pop. It's not the way to approach it. Let it prove it to you. Let's go to a 1. Is that enough for you? Well, it wouldn't be enough for me. I'd like to see a little bit more. I'd like to see at least get 50% of the range of the candle. You've already got this little sweep here. It's not ideal. Is that a grab of liquidity? Possibly. Jesus, can you get any more precise than that? Is there any question about what's happening there? Even the wick, right? If I tighten that up, right? Actually, looks like the wick got through, which is not uncommon, right? Because what are they doing here? What's happened there, right? We all know what just happened there. That doesn't mean it can't roll over. That doesn't mean that's a pivot, but you can certainly see the stops that were here were just grabbed. So if the intention, right, if the algo wants to take it higher, I've got a 5 coming down here, which is not. I'd have to do this 1. Oh shit! How do we? I'd have to do A, B, C. Right? You can see the 5 coming down. Right? Elliott's genius. Oh, come here, 5s and 3s. Right? That's the genius of it. Now, is that done? If that's 1, 2, it's not done. So all the more not to be, pressing here. Now maybe the Fed fires the market up today and we get some traction out of this. And alts will likely, if the look at the Nasdaq's up 500 today, right? It's just recouping, the sell-off. But that doesn't look like it's done. 1, 2, 3. Oh shit! Look at that. Did it overlap it? It may have. Yeah, it did. Right? It's wicks, but nonetheless, right? Overlap is an overlap. It's possible case you do it this way. 1, 2, but that 2 to that 4 isn't great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe. But why? Why? You don't need to get the turn. Let it pop out of there. At the very least, I'd want to see it do this. I'd want to see it grab this pivot right here. That'd be just a little change of character. Oh shit, let's just go. That's right. I'd want to see it pop that, right? Because right now this is just going straight down. We're one time framing, as it's often called, right? That's a holdover concept from market profile, right? You see, we're not overlapping the highs of any of those bars, right? So this is all just one leg heading down. This is all just one move, right? That is not a retrace. That is not a retrace. You got to take out the high of the candle to call it any kind of a retrace. So why do you assume it's not just, like this? You're making assumptions. You're putting into the chart something that's not there because you're bullish. You don't have to get the turn, right? That's one of Paul Tudor Jones' greatest quotes, right? It's the middle 70% is where all the money is made, not picking the turns. So why even try? Because the risk is lower. Yeah, it is. But is it that much lower than if you did this, let it come here and then come back down, and you're doing it this way? But you got a little confirmation here. Right now it's going down. Why? Okay, show me a little strength. Okay, that's Link. I got someone new in here. I'm not sure if he's a member or just joined us in the Discord, but it's Q. I'm new here. Must say I've been watching the streams for a couple of months and I learned tons. Oh, that's nice to hear. Appreciate if you can provide some advice on FTM and Floki. I think I teed these up for you. Oh, fuck. Yeah, here we go. All right, so here, Floki, this is not a tough one. All right. Yeah, no, okay. All right. The 5s and 3s, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. I mean, it's just drop dead. Now what's missing, right? We don't have any geometry on it. You don't want to forget the geometry, right? It kind of frames the impulse so we can look at it so we don't get disconnected from the impulse that's underway. Okay, I got it. So what would you be anticipating here? Here's the next break of structure. For this to go up here, right, to continue this trend, well, we're going to have to break that. We haven't broken here. So right now, this is a little consolidation. So you can look at this and say, okay, well, that little consolidation, we've come back down to tap into this. Well, that looks like a little 5 right there. Actually, it does. So let's go to a 4 hour. Okay, so a little consolidation. Now, that looks like that's a 5, and we're working on the 3. Okay. We know what to do there. It's not like, I'm confused. Unlike coffee was brutal. All right, here we doing for Link. Okay. Okie dokie. Is there a 5 in the end around Link? Well, again, I would let Link kick a little bit. I don't force it. There's no reason to force it. Oh, that's not the most perfect start. Let's see. We might have another 1 in there. Yeah, that's kind of but ugly. Let's get that out of there. Well, there's no question we have an impulse here. Zero question about it. All right, there's your impulse. Okay, now what are we doing with this? Do we even have it there? That's going to be a little bit of a force fit. Where's the 0? I can't say I love that. I would keep it simple, right? Okay, do I have a good start here? No, I don't. But simplest solution would be right here. Now we've overlapped the 4 here, so something likely has completed. So this is where the geometry comes in. Okay, right? So here's a completed impulse, right? We want them to complete. I don't want to try and connect. Now it's possible that this is going to end up, right? It's going to have to prove it that this is the 3rd and we're coming down for the 4 and we go for the 5. But then look, the 2 and the 4, the length of time doesn't quite work. So is that perfect pure Elliott? No. And this is where, not being a purist, I don't get caught up on that too much. Okay, I got a low, I got a high. All right, so what can I say? Oh, I'm on log scale. I am in log scale. So if I go here and I go, oh, fuck, where is he? I'm so out of it. There we go. Okay, so that's just on top of it. Okay, what can we say? Discount. Do I want to buy in the premium? Regardless of how this ends up being counted, do I want to buy it here? It's pretty close, but does that look like it's done? 1, 2, 3. That looks like an A. Let's just label it A, maybe B. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be a little bumpy diag to get that done. Maybe. What are you worried about? Oh shit, it's going to take off without me, right? Okay, FOMO just got the best of you. Why not wait to see if it will come down here a little further? That's a 4 hour. Let's go to the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that looks like there could be. Let's get this over here. Now, do we want to go A, B, C? I still prefer it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the 1. A, B. Well, you might even put it here, a little truncation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a little bumpy in there. Why would you not take it right there? Well, if you want to get a piece of it, at least get in the discount. You know, well, you could do something. Oh shit! Here, let's just do 707, right? Somewhere down in here, maybe halfway through the discount is your max that you'd give it, 786, right? So again, don't go heavy size. Why? No reason to. If you do, it's just FOMO, right? That's same old story, right? Gets traders every day. And I come in down here. So chomping, right? Now, if it starts to go, you're like, oh, but what if it goes? Okay, there will be a retrace. There always is. Right? If that's 1, 2, what has to come here? Not optional. Got to be a 5. Oh, I didn't get the turn. Okay, if it's up here, are you really going to be pissed about that? But if it does this, then you're going to feel like, oh, fuck, if I had just waited. Right? You always have to evaluate how you're going to feel if you're wrong, right? Can you live with it, right? Are you making the deal with yourself that you're going to take it here even though it's not quite ripe and it's not in the discount? Okay, well, if you're making that deal, you can't beat yourself up or cry about it if you get stopped out. You got to just go, oh, okay, well, there's a little lesson learned. That's the suggestion, right? It's discipline. Discipline rather than, oh, fuck, or even worse than that. I'm fucking bored today. I'll just take a flyer, right? That kills just as many. Oh, Floki. Okay, so what else do I got here? Floki and FTM. Let's come over here. I went to Kraken here so U.S. residents could get a piece of it. Now, do we see good Elliott here? No. Just out of curiosity, let's see if the USDT. Let's see if I go to Binance, if I get some more history. Yeah, we do. Okay, that looks like a pretty good 5. Is this, I mean, we can all do this, right? This is not too hard. Looks like is that a trunk? Maybe. Just missed it. This looks a bit like Bitcoin, actually, at a different degree. That looks corrective. What's the simplest thing? Looks like this is the correction, and now we're going impulse. Would that, we're not putting up sloppy, shitty Elliott. It's not perfect, but does it need to be? 38. I don't want to connect the two, so we're back to channeling, right? I don't want these two to be connected. Well, when I say I don't want them, they shouldn't be, right? For good Elliott analysis here, this is the impulse. This is the correction. Now we start again. We don't want to try and connect. Absolutely, you never want to do this. Oh, come here. You never want to do this. Oh, it's the 3. That's the 4. No, ever. No, you stay in the channel. Right, that will guide you. Now, there will be times where, okay, it's not like that's never happened, but that's not what you want to prioritize. I want to stay in the channel. Right, channeling is critical to Elliott Wave. Right, it's the thing that people forget most often. Okay, here's a retrace. 38. Okay, it's not like that's never happened. All right, I've come into some support here. Look, oh shit, let's get this. Oh, here's this all this consolidation down here is probably what we're tapping into here. Okay, we're coming out of there. Is that a perfect 5? No, but I don't really care. Let's see what we ran into there from the pivot. Who's shocked? I hope no one. It's the dominant algo in the market. It's going to be in every chart, every time frame, period. Right? That will not change until they change it. Oh, why did it stop there? I don't get it. Well, oh no, I know what it was. It was the bearish order flow up here, maybe. But I promise you the algo played a part of that. Okay, so what are we doing now? We in the buy zone? Kind of looks like it. Is that A, B, C? Looks like it could be, right? Looks like there's possibly a trade there. What am I on, a daily? Let's go to a 4. Let's see, did we overlap? Maybe not. Let's just check it. We didn't? Okay, so easy enough, right? It's not hard to label them once we get that clarified. Is that a great impulse? No, you know, it's good enough. What are we doing now? Looks like we're already past the golden, right? So this the process is what I want you to. I know I go fast through this. I'm not trying to make it. Again, I'm not trying to flex. And I'm not trying to go so fast. You know, look how fast I can do this. It's just hopefully over time you realize that there's a sequence. Okay, is it an impulse? Is it a 5 or 3? Where's Al? Is there geometry here? Again, back to the channeling, right? We gotta stay in that channel. Okay, so I got a 5. Is that A, B, C? Certainly, right? It wouldn't be invalid for Elliott here to come deeper for a deeper correction. Oh, that's a 4. Let's go to a 1. A, likely. B. Oh, it's clearly right. We can see right. This is where we have resistance in the market, right? Can't get through it. Tap 3 times and gets rejected, and we're below the golden zone, right? So we've lost Al here. Al is not available here for a bull, right? So you have to go. You got to just accept it, right? No matter how bullish you are, right now it's bear's ball, right? They won that battle, right? 3 times at the 50, rejected. So here's their target. Now remember, it's important that you get this. An algo target is not a buy signal. If you're hitting, it's never, whether it's long or short, that's not a buy signal. You're just trying to identify what the algo is doing. And if it reacts there, then we can understand why. So if this comes down here, it doesn't mean it has to stop here. We could go to the second target right in the golden zone again. Now, what do? We don't buy it here. The risk is too high. There's no reason to. I'd buy it here. That's the one you want to wait for. Because again, then I know my risk tolerance. I know where I'm wrong. Where I don't have to go, oh fuck, oh shit, should I get out? Oh, should I stay in? Right, you're watching it all day long. No, it's okay. Put the trade on, put the stop on, go about your day, or the next trade, or next chart, or whatever you're diversifying into. You don't have to force these things. Oh fuck, it really doesn't matter here. I would just do this. Okay, do I get a 5, right? And also, context, right? Do I get a 5 coming out of that? If I get another 3, well, then I'm going, oh, shit. Whoa, okay, well, we swept this low. Okay, something else is going on here. Ideally, you don't want to sweep this low, right? If we're going to stay in the bullish camp. So that would be an invalidation. Now you're looking at this going, wait a minute. What? Right? You want this to stay above. So maybe you can get that. Stay above it, right? So you can have a deep 2. But, whoa, right? Be prepared for something else to happen there, which is all the more why, give me that piece of it right there before I start doing anything other than maybe shorting it, but you're late to the short. Okay. That's for Q, who's new. I got Christos. Oh, he's giving me another one here. What do we got, Christos? Let's see what you're thinking here. Christos did the coffee. Oh, you give me coffee again. Okay, so I guess you wanted to make sure that I got that. Okay. Again, this is your Elliott work here is excellent. It's just this is maybe a spot not to be using the Elliott. Okay, so that's you again. There's Nvidia. Quim. Oh shit, I got 2. Oh, that's good timing. Okay, so Quim's giving, but let me look at his chart first. Copy link. So that's my account. Nvidia's not too hard to count. It's just that it goes on for so damn long. Ooh, this looks good. You're giving me 4 hour. Okay, so let me copy that and save it. Oh, here, let's do this here. Oh, you're doing bars. It's funny. I used to do bars only in my brokerage days. Last, 10 years, moved to candles. I just do this, right? Just so it makes it easier for me to see it. Okay, so he's on NVIDIA in the 4 hour. Okay, so you're working from, what's your low that you're picking? So we're into the 5th. Okay, so you've got it completed, which I have the same. 1, 2, 3. Not sure what you're doing there. What are you doing there? Is that supposed to be the... All right, one thing, try and keep these things smaller. Not for my sake, for your sake. I think that'll serve you better. Okay, so let me get your... God, where is that coming from? Okay, let me get your higher degree here. 1, 2. Okay, now I'm with you. Okay, so you're going to go 1, 2. That looks solid. 1, 2. That's a little skinny. These are, you can take these way down, right? It'd make it easier to see what's going on in here. Let's take this down. We can go to minuscule here. No, you're trying to get that. Not sure what you're doing there. I gotta take that out. Let's go to the larger degree. these are big for it, my friend. Okay, so we can take these down. All right, maybe it's me. I just find that much easier on the eyes. This again, way too big. In fact, I'll take that out of there. Okay, so 4, 5, right? So the premise is that the top is in on NVIDIA, which is an alarming thing to say out loud. Is it possible, or are we just in the process of a correction? Well, okay, let's see. This is where, the media, all of the, like, okay, I've completed a 5. Well, it's AI. I mean, they're the big dogs. It can't be topped. Can't be, right? AI forever. Valuation, sooner or later, matters. Right, and this is insane valuation, right? Because everybody's just assuming it's just going to keep going. Why would you think there wouldn't be a correction? Well, so what's the premise? Okay, well, if we're going to just keep going and going, well, the 4, 5 is perfectly valid, but for that to extend, we could have this be a 1. Right now, you're back to okay. Where are we? Where are we in this count? We're pulling from here, right? Oh, I think you want this, right? That'll be my guess. Okay, that's a completed 5. Why are we assuming that that's not a top? Bias, media, Twitter, X, whatever the fuck it is now. It's a completed 5. Now, I'm certainly not saying that it can't go higher by any means, right? But okay, a completed 5 is a completed 5. We anticipate what comes next. That's not complicated. So how are we going to do it? What's that? Is that ABC? And we're going to go higher? Well, would that make sense if this is a completed impulse, right? Okay, right? Let's put it all together, right? Don't forget the channeling, right? Completed impulse. What's he thinking? All right, so look, what are you doing here? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Do you have it? Let's see. Let's go to the 4, which is what you gave me. 1, 2. Let's get in there. All right, so you're playing on the home boards at home. What do you think there? Hard to call it an impulse, although let's see here. Do we have an impulse here? Well, the 4 looks pretty solid. So the 5 looks solid, right? Now here's the... did you lock that? I guess did you? How do I highlight that? Oh, I see what you're doing. Oh, that's kind of cool. George is doing that too, right? Okay, well he's got a clear invalidation point here. So if it comes up and fills that gap here on the 60, right? That's invalidation. He's leaning into the 5 here. Is there another way to get that 1? See, this is kind of tricky in here to play that as a 3. That's solid. Where are we doing with that? I don't think we can do it here unless we're extending. Right here, I'm going to move this here just for a second. You're kind of stuck with that as the 4. So this has to go here. This has to go here. I kind of want to do this if I can, but I don't think let's see. I can squeeze that in there, but let's see if how they measure, right? Well, when in doubt, measure. Now, when you're measuring, remember, longer is longer, so don't. It's easy. That's an easy mistake to. Oh fuck, come here. Easy mistake to make. Oh shit! Look at 3 is the shortest. No, be sure, right? If you're in log scale, right? So right off the bat, that doesn't fly here because I'm out of log scale, and shorter is shorter, right? So I can't do it that way. So now, having looked at that, which it's just part of the process I'm taking you guys through, we all have to do the same thing. Possible extension here. Could this be? Oh, Jesus, that's not much of a 2. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Is that because that's what we want? Yeah, it's tricky, right? That's just not clean Elliott, right? It's just not. Well, so what's the play here? If that's a 2, and this is a 3. And we're playing for 4, and let me bring that back to, oh shit, here. He had it here as the invalidation, right? If it fills that gap. Okay, does that look like a 4? It doesn't, does it? There are times when you're going to just get to a point where you're going to go, I don't see it. I don't see it clearly. Let's say it that way. That sure does look like a 4, and that would be the impulsive section of it. We've already taken that out, but it holds, right? It's not invalidated yet because that 1 is there. Of course, today would not be a great day to take a flyer on this. We got to assume here. Let's get this back up here. We got to be on log scale at this degree. The market, where are we now? With the market up 542, the market is pricing in the language. I doubt they're going to raise today. No, I don't think many people think they're going to raise today. But the language is going to be dovish, right? So bullish. The only alternative that I can see here is that this might be a WXY, and then we're going into an X. So this would be, oh, come here, you fucker. A, B, C, right? And we're doing some sort of an X, and then we're going to go, right, for surprises here, just to get this valuation out of the fucking stratosphere. But because there's lack of clarity there, I wouldn't force this. I'd let the meeting happen today. Again, they're not likely to raise. We don't have earnings until, God, it's a ways, right? I think it's end of August when we have the next earnings. Is that right? August, yeah, end of August. So we got a ways to go on earnings. You got to figure this is likely to pop. Okay, so where are we in the pivot structure? 50 to the tick. It's tricky. Let's see if it's any easier over here. All right, this is just me kind of teeing it up here. Now I do have all that market structure on there. Let's just hold that for a second. Here's the. That's what we were just looking at. It just kind of cleans it up a little bit. Okay, well, there's a impulse, period, right? That's a completed impulse. So the only question is, what are we doing within this range? From this low to this high. What happens next? You would assume, right, if you're going to assume just play standard Elliott ball, right? If we're just going to do it, what does it usually do? We'd come down here, right, and come back into some of this consolidation for the possibility that this extends, that this goes 1, 2, and we keep going higher. It's an awfully good-looking 5 on the fly up. 1, 2, 3. So from here, okay, could the 5 be still higher? Let's go over here. Could this just be an AB or WXY? Well, what would you do, right? You would just look at this and say, okay, where am I? Right, 50 to the tick. So we know what happened there, right? An algo fired, just like an algo fired here. Oh, that's probably a 38. What was this? Right, always good to go back and check them, right? How technical is this thing trading, right? It would be shocking if it were not trading extremely technically, right? Right to the pocket between 23 and the 38, highest probability, right? All of that. We all know that. So beautiful, right? Great looking finish here. But nothing says that we have to be finished here because this could be 1, 2. This actually plays better as a correction. It really does, right? If you come out to a distance, that plays better. So what does it have to do? Right? We're going to find out, I think, in pretty short order what happens on the way back up. Right? So right now we're just in a box. Right, so what's your edge here? Well, the trend, right? Certainly part of that edge. This, I'd kind of float that up there because we can't lock into that being the 5. It could be 1, 2, right? As I said. You're not going to have any confirmation until you get over 126.77, right? We bust that. I have a call spread on this, right? And anticipating a bullish reaction. What do I have? 120s, 130s? I think I have 120, 130 call spread on this. Based off of this, the idea that that this 5 could still fly. You know, it's ideal for an option spread, but I only have 1. I didn't take 10. Wild card, right? What did it drop? $1 trillion? That's a lot of market cap to drop. But of course, you know, these are unusual times, and this is an unusual asset, you know, pretty much dominating the market. But the players are coming, right? They're on their heels. Is there a trade there? My suggestion would be wait, right? There might have been a trade here. Do you want to short Nvidia? Probably not, right? It's not, you know, why make a hero play, right? You know, if you're going to do it, maybe a put spread here. You know, maybe you get a hit on something like that, but I wouldn't put a lot of capital into trying to short the greatest one of the greatest trends in the stock market here in recent memory. That's an individual choice here as to whether you want to try and push the short side there. Right now, I've got a swing. Let's go to the market structure. What can we say with certainty? Here's the last break. Here's the retrace. What do we anticipate? Always, never forget this. After a break of structure, right? This is the foundation of market structure. After a break of structure, retrace. It retraced to the 50. Oh my God, look how, not just in the neighborhood, that's to the tick. This is the logarithmic MACD, right? And they haven't crossed over yet. We're not in a squeeze, right? We were in a squeeze coming through the 4. So as this starts to kick, that would be a nice, you know, potentially that's obviously the 3 because we have divergence there. It's not that complicated once you break it down. Okay, so here's the high. There's the 4. We like the 4 to come back to the 0 line. Then we go up. We get divergence, right? So all the ingredients are there, but there's nothing says that can't keep going and get into the 5. So have at it. Right? But, you know, get a little confirmation. Again, you don't have to get the turn. Oh, God. Okay. Dr. Alban giving me a Bitcoin linear chart. All right. Let's see what he's thinking. Bitcoin linear. Oh, God. Hang on one second. I turn my AC up. Could you please look at 88? Yeah, it's on. Who's that? That's Mongol Queens. Oh, that's an interesting one. Mongol Queens. Yeah, I've got that. That's on the list here. So we definitely will look at 88. I've got a pretty big piece of that too. What do we got here, Dr. Alban? Let me copy this over. I love to see that he stopped putting the wave lines in there. That means he's progressing as a technician. Okay, I mean, this is a good indicator. This divergence on the RSI. I mean, RSI is, without any question, the most used oscillator in the market. So, you know, everybody else is looking at it. I wouldn't ignore it. Okay, so here's his look at Bitcoin, which seems to be cooperating. Oh, now, you told me, Dr. Alban, linear, but you didn't give it to me in linear. So do I need to do this? I'm assuming that's what you mean. You want it in linear. Okay, 1, 2, right? Now, here's question mark, right? So we can certainly label the, let's take that one up a degree just for, make it stand out. Oh, wait, that's too much. And let's brighten that up a little. Okay, I got a good impulse here, right? So this is not in dispute. There is no Elliottian anywhere unless they don't know what they're talking about, disputing that that's an impulse. Right? Is that enough of a correction? Well, it certainly looks like we've got a nice 3 there. Oh, I think I did this last week and showed you guys how much. Let me just, this is because I'm sick. I need to see it, clear my head. Okay. Oh, it's not that I don't value volume. I'm just going to clear up the real estate. Okay, so remember. Did I say remember? Never forget the channeling, right? So we have the ingredients here for a completed impulse. Oh, but, of course, as he's noting here, there's certainly the possibility that we extend, just as what we were looking at before with Nvidia. Right, this could be 1-2 before we go up for a kicker in the 5th. Now, it broke the golden, so we lost Al here. Right, we lost him. There's a lot of supply coming on the market. Now, note, right, even though we lose him in terms of pricing, these are all wicks, right? It's all being rejected there. So when we get down here into the mid 60s, just, you don't have to wonder, right? Those are rejection wicks. Oh, what are you giving me? A 2-hour? All right, we got a clear impulse here. We can label that. All right, this is not too hard. 3, 4, 5. Let's take that. All right. Okay. ABC. Not great, is it? Let's go to a 1. There's the 5. This was, oh fuck, what was that? Mount Gox, or that was Trump. Fucking moron. That was Trump talking about, oh yeah, this is literally pandering for votes. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, could this, that doesn't look like that's the correction. That doesn't look great, does it? That's not what we want here. That's not what we want. That's not a nice clean 3. Jesus, what do we actually have there? Not much of a 2, is it? Right, this is all just one leg. We still are internal. We haven't. There's the first high we break in that right here. Boy, that's just a waterfall. Kind of looks like there's a diag in here, but that's ugly. Can't say I like that. It's waiting, right? So we've had supply, some of the supply coming in the market. I think some of the Mt. Gox stuff is still getting dumped on. Is that an A? Is it? Where's the 2? There isn't one. 15. There's no 2 that, well, maybe we can squeeze it in there. That's your 2. This is all one leg, right? We're not taking out any of these highs. This is internal. This would have to be your 2. So this is what you're saying. You can't call that the 2. It doesn't retrace. Jesus. Is that what we got there? Extension in the 1? Nope, can't do that, right? It's not an impulse, and the 4 doesn't overlap, right? So you're kind of Elliottician, right? There are times when you're like, hey, there's all this cool stuff I learned. It's not there. Yeah, as I said. So I'm not a purist. Okay, so what can we say? Well, this is broken either way. Do you want to trade this? Any of this? I'm not even going to call that an A. I don't know what it is. It's A, B, C, maybe? It's certainly not an impulse, and it's not a diag. So what are we doing with this? God, best case, you've got some sort of a, where's the C on that? You got something like that, which ain't pretty. Can you even do that? Might have to do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can get a 5 down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can get a little diag in there. That's not impulsive. This looks like hurry up and wait to me. It's going to move, right, one way or another, right, based on what they say today. I wouldn't go near it until we get out of this box, right? So that's a 15-minute, right? Do you want to trade in here? What's your edge? What's the pattern recognition there? Do we have higher highs and higher lows? We haven't taken out the inducement up here. I wouldn't touch it till you break that. Possibly WXY coming in. But now you're back to, oh, wait a minute. Where's this invalidated? Right here. So that if indeed this is going to hold as a 1-2, or I mean, the other possibility is that whatever happened here, we topped. Right? We can't eliminate that. I know we don't want that, but you got to deal with what's in front of you, right? Not what you want. Flat, WXY, W2 in the making. Yeah, so he eventually, after I go through it, right, I get to shit. I just licked what he said. The same idea, right? It's just ugly, right? So don't force anything. You won't miss it. If it goes, okay, there'll be a retrace. There will be a retrace. If we do this, or if that's the low, that would be super shocking. I sincerely doubt that. But if we do that, okay, well, there's your entry. There will be a retrace because the people that get this, right, it just will come. Now, if we do this, well, then you can really lean into the retrace, because what would that be? It would be a big break of structure. Retrace, right? If they want to take it higher, they got to refuel. Think of it that way, right? You're out on a trail and you're thirsty. Like, fuck, I got to find some water. Where am I going to get it? Retail. That's a completed impulse, right? Even though we don't want that to be a completed impulse, we want it to, come on, man, keep going. We can't eliminate the possibility that we're heading down here. Can't eliminate that we're coming down here into the low 60s. If there's some sort of shock to the market today, or if Powell says something that disrupts, risk off, we're coming down here. Don't force, right? If you're in it, sit tight, right? There's not always a trade. Okay, what do I got here? I got all the Bitcoin. Here's a link. Okay, so here's Steel Swarm. Oh, that's a good handle. Link, we looked at ADA. I have it. Here it is over here with ETH. Get in there. Okay, all right, so here's, and this will shock nobody. All right, so, okay, let's take a look here. Yeah, a little spike down here, so we lost Al there. Well, we didn't lose the count. Oh, that's a lot of market structure. Let me get that off for a second. Okay, it's the same idea. Okay, if this is the Y, right? So let's go back out here. Let's go to a daily. Okay, I know that's annoying. Hang on. Okay, when I've got a completed 5, what's the next thing I do? Right, again, I had some good teachers, right? Right, so it's habitual. It's not, oh shit, what is it? No, oh, how's the channeling? Completed impulse, right? There's the same idea right there. Like, oh God, maybe that can be the 2 and it can go higher. Oh, come on. No, it rolls over, right? Because that's all the market can ever do. That's all. Right? We're either going to go here or we're going to go here. That's it. Two-dimensional. That's all. The only thing it can ever do. A, B, C, W, X, A, B. That's a clear 5 to bring it down. Okay, that looks good. So let me back up. So we have a candidate here for a 1, possibly 2, but we lost Al. For this, it's not invalidated, but we lost Al here, right? We lost him. Now, just because we lose him, right, doesn't invalidate the, oh fuck, what do I got here? That'll do it. All right, so, okay, 707, 786, certainly ripe for a 2. There's plenty of volatility around it. Okay, so if you were a buyer here, that's why you get out. You don't know that's coming. If you were in the golden zone and you got the push out of here, well, that took you right out. Even if you're at 707, you're out, okay? But it's not a, if you didn't go overly crazy on leverage, that shouldn't be a wrecker. Oops. It stings, right? Nobody likes to get stopped out. I still do not like to get stopped out. Don't understand me. I hate it. Right? It annoys me, right? It means you're wrong, but you got to just be at peace with it. Okay, is that the 2? 1, 2? How do we know? We don't know. You never know until it's done. Is that the 5? That's a shitty looking 5, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. That's the 4. Oh, fuck. Right? This would have been a classic. Oh, come on. Nah. Doesn't happen. Sorry. So we're kind of stuck with that as the 4. A, B, C. That's a shitty looking 5. Unless we're going to put the 3, 4 back here, but that doesn't really fly either, right? So you're just kind of stuck with shitty Elliott, right? It's not perfect. Don't expect it to be. Okay, so I got a pivot here at the 50. Let's get you out of there. Okay, swing 50. Oh, swing. I think we broke the golden here. Let's see. We did. Okay, but it's wick. So still alive, right? And you got a nice ABC there. Okay, what can I say with absolute certainty? Okay, there's a nice 3. So I've got a contender for the 2. We don't know. Oh, let's get you up there. Okay, ABC, right? I got a. You're kind of stuck with it. If I recall, this is a golden. It is. That should shock 0 people right into the pocket. This is Bears ball, right? On the algo game, right? Bears are in control, right? They broke this down. It's wick only, but you'd have to give the edge to the Bears. Okay, is that a 1? Is that my 5? Fuck, it ain't pretty. You want to take a trade? Well, look at it. You're stuck between 2 golden zones. Well, if you were going to take a trade, the risk is better to be a buyer here. I got a pivot down here. I've got a 3 that corrected. This is not a great looking 1. Oh shit, when we're on a 4 hour, I can probably dig a 2 out of there. 3, 4, 5, okay. More likely a 1 than a correction. That's a correction. Doesn't mean it's done. This could be 3, 4, A, B. This can go lower. Well, it says it can't. Why not let's get through the volatility today. All right, I'll take it right there. Because if it's going to be a 3, this is not optional. It must be an impulse. Period. That is your edge. Anything else? Anything? Well, fuck, who knows? I don't know. It's a higher high, higher low. No, for the Elliottician, it must be this. Or we don't trade it. Always will be, forever, forever, the Elliottician's advantage. Gotta be an impulse. So that 5 sits up there. Again, a lot of these alts, right? If this is going to happen, right, it's go time. This would be a break of structure up here, right? So we could anticipate if we go for the 3, what's that going to set up? The 4, what do we anticipate after a break of structure? Retrace into the 4, break the 5, right? Now, you can just play it out, right? You can map it out. If we break that, that's the break of structure, gives us the 5. And then what are we looking for? 50%, right? Because we complete the impulse. Right now, all you've got here is just the start on the channeling. That's all you got. Oh, let's thicken that up a little bit. Right, that's all you got. Okay, I got a contender, but I'm in an algo box. It's a good sign. I like this. I'm long. I'm very long Cardano, but I'm not playing for these little swings. I'm playing the shit long term. I don't want to get stopped out. I'm just in spot. I'm playing long ball here. If you're looking to get in, you're not going to miss anything. Let's see. So I got that Steel Swarm. I got Lincoln ADA. Besparkle. What do we got here? This is VANRY. Oops. Let me get that link. Let's see here. I think I can put it right here. What are we doing, guys? Okay. Oh shit, white. Hang on, just a warning, white screen. Oh shit. Whew, that's glaring. Seriously. I would get your shades out. There you go. Okay. Who gave me this? Besparkle. Okay. All right. God, let me copy that. I gotta tone that down. That's too much for me. Well, I've got a raging headache. Okay, let me see if I can get to gray, something that back that off a little bit. How about gray? All right, can we see that? Okay, well, that's quite a kicker. I think we're gonna have to be log scale there. Okay, that's good work, right? So what are you using? Oh, Nephew Sam, that's good, just as good as the other one, right? It's fair value gaps, that's a good one. I think he's got a market structure. I use Ethereums, but as I would deal with them. There's plenty of good free ones, right? I think Alpha Ethereum is the best, but there are plenty of good ones, right? At the end of the day, right? It's either break a structure or it's not. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, truncation. All right, that's ballsy call. Is that what we have there? We're going to truncate that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Well, when in doubt, right, you want to just take a closer look, right? How about in a line chart? Do we really have it? Because this is all just a liquidation wick. Let's go with it. Okay, it's good work. Oh, I like this color combo. What, Jesus, I can't, what exchange are we on? What are we on here? Oh shit, I guess suppose it doesn't matter. Okay, is this how we want to handle this? Well, this is slop. What do you got here? Cluster algorithm. Oh, that's kind of cool. Never seen that. Whoa. Boy, that's a... Well, that's very 4-like, right? And we get a gap right there. So let's see. How are we coming off of the absolute... Oh, fuck. Come here. Off the absolute low. Broke it. I'm going to hide that just for a sec. Okay, so wick, look at the closes right at the 65. Interesting. So then we got 1, 2. Can we make that fly? Let's go to a 4. I know it's a little hard to see, guys. I know. Let's see if I can put that in green. We can see it a little better. Let's go to something dark. There we go. Okay. 1, WXY. That's fine. ABC, ABC. Doesn't look like it's done. Back here to the, we got a high volume node here. This could draw it back. And where's our golden? Right in here. Right, so I like that. It's nice. Nice work, Besparkle. God, I swear that it sounds like a toy I made. My daughter used to have. Besparkle. Is that like a little pony or something? Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, well, this is a nice setup because here we are again, right? It's got to be an impulse. Well, you have the potential for a golden corner to be setting up here, right? So you have that prospect here with your, I think I'm a little off on this because I can't see it as well. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Let's do something really dark there. Oh, no, it's not dark enough. Let's go back to black. Okay, 1, 2. Things we know. As long as this holds, we have 80% odds of getting there, right? And you got a nice big high volume node right here, right? And it's either going to be the ledge, right, or they'll either ledge it or they'll react here because there's no business was done there, right? So that's the low volume node. Oh Jesus, hang on. Oh come on. Oh, there we go. Okay, I got a lot open, right? So that's a nice little target right there. 1, 2, right? Now that would just be, that's not going to be the 3. That's going to be the 1 of the 3, right? Here's the target for the 3, right? Because that would be, that's 1, 6, 1, 8, right? Because we know, because this is 6, 1, 8. So if we get up here, we know that's a good target for the 3rd. So to take a buy in here, so if you look at it, you can see the ingredients are in there for a sweep to come down here and grab this liquidity. Come down here, grab, right? If they want to take it higher, they need fuel. Where's the fuel? The stops of the fuel. What if it goes? Okay, well, what if it does go? 1, 2, 3. You'd be back here trying to squeeze that into a 5 and that into a 3. Doesn't look as good, right? So, I mean, shit happens. Right? It's not going to be perfect, but that looks like there's a start on a... Oh, how would you get that? It doesn't look like it's done. Let's go to a 1. You kind of want that to roll over one more time. Oh shit, how am I going to do that? I want to see this come down one more time, right, into this pocket down here. So I'd sit on that. That's me, right? I would just wait and let that come down because I want to see can I get that, if this is an X, you're looking for an ABC here. Do we have that? This your B? Going in right now? I don't know. Do we need to force that? Is that a B? 1, 2, that's not a great looking. That's some shitty Elliott, right? We're running into the imbalance here, so you can understand why the algo, if it's rebalancing here, that's a spot where it would do it. Uh-oh. Shit, something just happened. Shit, I think I have too much open. Let me close that down. Well, that's a nice looking 3. You'd rather have this come down here. Rather come down here. Don't force it. That's not enough to buy on. That's a FOMO buy if you buy that. What are you buying here? Oh, I'm assuming that it's going to turn into a diag. No, that looks like ABC to me. Now, looks like, right? That can change, but that's not something to buy. That's something to go, whoa, let me get that on my radar. I'll pay attention to that. It looks like it's like an RSI of some sort, some oscillator. They all kind of do the same thing. Here's the low, actually, right here. That looks like this is Al right here. Right? You always want to see where he is. What did he do last? There he is. You see it? Well, you got to find him. Where is he? There he is. Always, always, always. Any asset, any time frame, from a 30-second to a monthly, always going to be there. Okay, Besparkle, good work. Ease up on the white charts, though. God, that's brutal. Okay, hang on. Maybe give them to me in gray, right? So it's not so shocking. Okay, CN Salazar, we did Nvidia, so hopefully that was helpful. Orly Pirate, I love that handle. Actually had to Google the song. Yeah. Oh, that's nice comments. He's wishing me well. Yeah, I said no Googling it because it comes up immediately. That is a great song. That's a very underrated Stones album. Okay, we're doing DPI. So this is, let me copy the link. That song came out in 1974, and it occurred to me because I was teasing the guys who can give me this band and album, that the majority of the people in my membership probably not even been born in 1974. Oh, not that I mean, I'm old, but I wasn't that. What was I? 74. I was a freshman in high school. Okay, so what do we got here? Let me get rid of that. But I'm a monster Stones fan, so I have everything they've ever done. All right, so I'm going to take that off just for a sec. Oh, this is kind of, what are we looking at here? Is this what you wanted here? Now, tell me what you want. Oh, I see you just posted. USDT.d. Fuck, what is this? Market dominance? Is this what you want? Damn, now it shows USDT.d. Tell me what you want. I'm looking at your post in the Discord. Is that what you wanted? He's typing USDT dominance. I think that's what you have here. In oh fuck. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a lot of value from that. Let's try this. Let's try the other one he wants, which is DPI Wrapped ETH. DPI WETH. Uniswap looks like, oh fuck, we don't want that. It shows you see it for the whole. Yeah, I know. I'm not sure that's something we can really work with. DPI WETH. What are my other choices here? Version 2. Fuck. What do we want? Version 2? Let's try that. Oh, Jesus. That's a. Okay, so that looks like that should work. So we just got to get that off the chart. That's silly. Okay, so I think, is this good here? You need to zoom in. Right. Sorry. Okay. All right, hang on. All right, so I always like to do this, right? Give me my low so then I know, right, where things start to change. Okay, so you're giving me weekly. Holy shit. Okay, so good 5. Yeah. We could probably, can we make that fly as a triangle? It looks like we're clean here. Yeah, we are. Okay, so we're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4. All right, that's clean. Okay, so let's, that's the daily, that's fine. 3, 3. We can't do it that way. If it's going to be a 3, the B has to be higher, right? If we're going to do pure Elliott, right? So WXY seems to make a better, perhaps a better play here. Might even do it. Let's keep it simple, right? So, we can probably dig it out of there. So let's keep it simple. Oh shit! Now I gotta get back to my normal colors. Okay, hang on. What do I want? I do not like that thing on. Okay, so that'll fly. Okay, A, B, C for the X. And move those. All right, let's get in here. Y. Candidate, right? Right now, okay. Right. A, this is going to be the B, whether it be some sort of, there's a triangle, A, B, C, D, E. There's the Y. Okay, we're coming out of the hole here. I got to get rid of that. Oh, fuck, hang on. Oh, you drew it. I got it. Okay. I thought it was the, you're going to have to go down on that. Oh, that's a shitty 5, isn't it? Where would you enter here? That's a good question. God, let's go to a 1. Oof. There's almost, that's no way to put lipstick on that pig. That's just shit. Oy. Well, let's measure it. All right, when in doubt, start measuring. Second most common. God, I hate that. I hate that as a 5. 1, 2. Do you have it? I'm not sure you do. That's a 3. Period. You can't work around that. You're stuck with that. So A, B, C. That's what I think you got there. Okay, so this is going to be W. You can't force fit that, right? I mean, I'll Elliott shuffle with the best of them, but a 3's a 3. So you're kind of stuck with that. So W, X, gotta be Y. Ugh, that's just awful. That's not good, Elliott. WXY. Okay, well, so why are we stopping down here? Right? That's always the question. Why here? There's always a reason, right? There are no random pivots. So consolidation here, algo. It's kind of bumpy coming out of there. We get a low here. No, look, no wicks until we get right here. That's unusual. Although this is kind of a wacky asset, right? So one little tick here. So this is your low right here. You're kind of stuck with it because it breaks. So that's the low. So it has to be here. You cannot go 1, 2, right? There's certain rules you just cannot break. Okay, so what are we doing with this? Another X, or do we have an impulse? Doesn't look like an impulse. Yeah, he's giving me some more info. Well, we'd have to do it this way. Yeah, so let's get the W, X, Y, X. All right, looks like maybe we're coming down again. That's where I would read that, just because I can't squeeze that. A, B, C. That looks like A, right? It looks like this could come higher. Oh, pardon me. No, it can't, right? Because it's not 1, 2. It's here. So A, B, C. So that flies. You tell me. Little front run, a couple of wicks to get through to make sure they get filled. A little consolidation, right? When the market consolidates like that, pay attention, right? That's a reason for the market to come back here. X. And it's going to get pressed here. If the market is bullish today, that's going to get pressed. Well, okay, we got to pay attention. Remember, algo, right? The algo does not care about your Elliott count. So dominant to dominant. We can get him out of here. Where's the resistance here? Can't say I love it. I'm guessing, Orly, you're probably long or looking to get long. Where would you enter, right? So where would you enter long, I'm assuming? You don't have an impulse yet because of that wick. You got an ABC. That's all you got. I can't say I love the idea of this, right? Because okay, let it start. Right? May get something like that, right? So right now it looks like it's just going to blast up in here to that golden zone. For the long, I think I'd like. Well, okay, let's just be practical about it. Where's premium discount? All right, we're in the premium, so you could make a case here to be a seller on the idea that this is the range, right? We're in the premium, right? So better risk reward to be a seller here, but I think what he wants to do is be a buyer. So now you got to wait for it to come into the lower end of that. Can we come back down here? Well, then, of course, then we got to pay attention to this guy. All right, we come back down here, love it. Right down here, love it. Even though that's a shit one. At least I'd have some conviction in it here. Otherwise, I'm like, fuck, I don't know. Heads I buy, tails I sell. Or if I'm going to sell, well, at least I'm selling in the premium, so the risk is lower, so the potential return is higher on the short, right, with lower risk. But I'd be waiting for this to come back down here. That's what I'd do. Let it come down here. And I wouldn't sit here with a limit order. I'd let it pop. I'd take that one. Okay. Let's see. Mojaka. Okay, so I got Orly, I got you there. How are we doing on time? Holy shit. Oh, I'm ahead of time. Oh, that's great. Mojaka. Let's see what he's thinking. I only have time. I think I've got a little leftover from last week's Twitter. Oh, Jesus, if I'm forever going to call it Twitter. Last week's X poll. Excuse me. The Nifty 50. This actually trades very technically. I'm going to hide that. Okay, these are a little big. Let's take that down. Let's do this. I'm going to just out of habit. Bear with me here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you don't have much choice on that, do you? Well, okay, let's just wait a second here. There's the break. That's got to be the internal, so that's kind of big. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, let's dig in there. There's a deep 2, right? They do happen. I'm trying to think if I brought that up by itself and this was hidden. Would I think of it that way? It's not much of a 1. I can see your thinking there. This is clearly a 5, right? This is hard to miss it. I think I'd be inclined to simplify here. Let's see how it measures. All right. Okay, so you look at that and you go, well, oh, that's so convenient. Oh, how nice. You're taking a pivot. Well, why would I use that pivot? Well, did the algo use it? You can certainly make a case that it did. You don't want to just use a random, oh, where does it hit the golden zone? It has to be one that the algo used, right? Which it's not hard to find them. Either way, I think you're fine here. Little front run, not uncommon for a front run. Oh, CN Salazar, I might have. Oh, I'm glad you posted. I must have missed yours. I thought you were looking for Nvidia. I must have missed it. I'm glad you caught it. Right? Okay, so to the tick, right? Duh. So we know an algo's in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa. Well, okay, slow down there. I'm not that this isn't right. I'm never saying one's right, one's wrong. This is how I would look at that. It looks like that's got more to go. Okay, so if this is 1, 2, again, now here's where measuring and channeling can be really useful to you. Okay, well, here's the highest probability for a wave 3 right here. But can we get an impulse here with this deep retracement here? Well, okay, always. We want to, oh shit. I don't like those to extend, so bear with me. I don't want them extended, and let's put them in. And that's a little fat. Oh, fuck. Okay, that's all right. Let's go to 1. Okay. 1, 2. Just off the bat, right? It's just me looking at it. Okay. Consolidation here, some sort of 4. Looks like we're still going here. And again, it's not that one's right and it's wrong. What's the simplest thing I can see? If this is the 1, right, where's the high probability location for the 2, right? Maybe, right? That's where I'd start. Okay, where do they usually go? Two to the 4, right? You want to check them. It takes 10 seconds. Just to see, like, okay, is this playing good Elliott ball? Where are we? Oh, 38 to the tick. How nice. Well, okay, A, B, some sort of wacky thing happened there. I said, I don't trade the NIFTY, but I know a lot of people do. Okay, any reason that has to stop there? No. Oh, geez, I don't know what we have here. Oh, some sort of that's just RSI with divergence. Okay, and a MACD. All right, divergence. All right, so that I'm going to put an EWO on that just for see if we can glean anything from that. I like this one with the squeeze. Okay, divergence. Well, this would have to be the 3 of the 3, the 3 of the 3 right here. 4, all 4. And now we're going up for the 5. I don't think that impulse. This has got to be the finish of it here because it's going to be diags. A, B, C. That looks all right. Well, you don't want to be a top picker. No, it's a fool's game. We do have divergence, but that doesn't mean sell it, right? Clearly, it's in a massive uptrend. Okay, that's fine. Where's the 4? Oh, shit, I lost it. Here it is. All right, channeling comes back into play. Okay, how's the channeling? Okay, where might you anticipate that 4 going? Again, this is not rocket science. It's just where they usually go. Oh, look at that. That's a pretty big push into that 5th. Yes, divergence, but divergence, it can change quickly, right? So when you see divergence like that, you got to be careful about that. Just, it was divergence for that moment. Now it's not, right? One kick here and the divergence is gone. So where's the play? Well, okay, if you're applying any of our methodology, we do not ever buy highs, ever. Right? No buying high, literally and metaphorically. No buying high, right? Well, because why? What just happened there? We have a break of structure. What happens after a break of structure? Retrace, right? So you don't want that. That's what retail does. Oh, break out to new highs. Oh, right? Who are they gonna, if they want to take this higher, who's selling it? Only market makers, right? There's no retail up here. So if they want to take it higher, they got to get some fuel. Where do they get the fuel? Stops. Boy, that's a wacky looking finish there, but that would have to be your 4. Oh, let's go to a 4. Oh, might as well go to a 1. 1, 2. Looks like we're in the 4. That looks like that has still legs to go. You got another break of structure here, so you could just keep this going. 1, 2. Again, don't complicate it. If anything, what you want to do is try and simplify it. Okay, can we get a 5 up here? Sure looks like a candidate for a 4. I've got lots of imbalance right here, right? So if it needs to come back down, you know, that's screaming at you, right? Oh, hey, I didn't get a chance to play. I didn't get to play in here, right? That's what the market makers and the algorithms, that's what it'll do. It'll bring back down here because this was not fair, right? It was unfair. That's what the fair in fair value gap means. We did not have fair trading here, and this is all one leg, right? Now, there has not been a retrace, so you cannot call that high in, not yet, until we take one of these retraces. Well, here, this is why I use Ethereum, right? This is the only product that does this, right? They're the only ones that use this. So here's the inducement here, so that confirms this one, but this now we're just grinding here. Well, let me change the color so you can see it. Let's put it in yellow. Okay, right? So here's the low, right? That confirms this is the high, right? So we have a good 3 here. We break this because this is all 1. We come down here, we break it. So there's a retrace. 4. Now, what are we doing? Or is this A? And we're going to have, and this is B. Can't call it yet. Now that I put that on there, right? So we have to close above this high for this to keep going, right? That would be another break of structure. Well, we can label it. Oh, probably something like, if we're going to do it, something like that. So this 4 then would lock in here. That's a pretty skinny 4, but okay, maybe. I'd like it better over here, to tell you the truth. But market doesn't always give you what you'd like. Yeah, I'd like it over there. What's not done? The channeling, right? Got to get the channeling. If you're going to apply Elliott Wave, you got to use the channeling. Okay, right? Are we done here? Maybe this could be a triangle. A, B, C, D. One more little push down here. We could have a little. You don't know. That's why you don't buy up at highs. Only retail does that. Right? This is just bait. Come on, buy it. Come on, buy it. Come on. You know you want to buy it. But that's essentially what they're saying. You got to sit tight on that. That's just a FOMO trade. Steel Swarm. You already covered both Link and ADI. No problem, man. Accounts are aligning with what I have in detail. Good. I like that head. I'm going to remember that one. Steel Swarm. Okay, so I got CN Salazar. He's giving me WEN. Sorry, guys. I'm just reading some of the comments here. I know you guys can't see them. Hang on. Mochaka, where are you? Are you in India? I wonder where are you based that you're trading the NIFTY? Wendy's. Oh. No, I don't think I've ever looked at this chart. Okay, this is cool. Wendy's. The Wendy's company. God, that's like the University of California. When they introduce the players. I always find that annoying. The University of Pennsylvania. Okay, I'm going to pull out to a daily, right? Whenever I'm looking at equity, I want to start on a daily. Okay, can we fly with a 1-2 here? Jesus Christ, look at that. God damn. What, oh, that's COVID. Okay. That's COVID. Okay, so I'm in the second COVID. Okay, so we had a 50 there. That's good. Looks like I took your 50 there. Okay, good 1. Good 2. I've got to be on log scale here. Oh, shit. Can you take a look at the count, at the weekly count? Okay, well, let me push some of this off. Shit, I can't get in there. I gotta move some of this in. Okay, I see what you're doing. Let me go to a 1. All right, so here's someone who is applying what he's learning, right? Do we all see this, right? From Wendy's to Bitcoin to Cardano to Nvidia, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's always going to be there. Now, broke here, right? So who's got the advantage here? Right? You'd have to give the advantage to bears, right? It doesn't mean it can't go higher. Jesus, what is this? This is earnings? Must be. Is that a wick? Holy shit. That's an ugly wick. So here's the break, right? So when they break like that, okay, so that doesn't mean we can't go higher. I mean, here we went, Jesus, that's amazing. Look, we went right back to the golden zone. Well, and of course, what happens here, right? Now, remember, there's a corner pot. A corner is a corner, right? Just because it's not golden, you still have 80% odds there. I mean, confluence, golden zone as it tags the median line. I promise you guys, there are no random pivots in here. There's always a reason. So you're kind of fucked there. What are you going to do with that, right? You got to just kind of ignore it, right? You can just look at it and go, well, all right, I can see the algos at work there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, okay, maybe. You can't. You got to take that out of your count. But that you got a potential for this to be an ABC. So context, right? So how do we deal with this? The only way to deal with that is context, because we don't know what the fuck. We don't know what that is. So we got to go out to the daily here and say, where are we? I'm going to do this just for Guinness, old brain. Okay, let me get my color scheme here. All right, so that's a nice catch in that on that corner pocket there, CN. All right, so did we break this? Did we? I can't believe we did. Yeah, we did. Okay, so we can't put this 2 here because of that break, right? So certain rules, right? Even I won't break, right? So that's got to be our 2 if that's our 1, right? Which is fine. A wiki. Boy, they were sure trying to get through that. Do we have any closes? We do have closes, right? So we'd give advantage bulls. Okay, hang on. So what are we doing here? So this has to be, oh fuck. Let's go WXY. WXY, that's fine. A, B, C. We already looked at that. So is there a buy here? Well, if this is the 2, now we have to lock into that 2 since it broke the low here. That's not the one I just looked at, is it? No, so there's Al right there. I'm going to guess that's golden right there. Yep. And then you go, well, oh, wait a minute, man. You're just using that pivot. No, I'm using that pivot because they used it. Right? That's why you can use that, right? That's what you want to look for. What did they use? What did they use? Where is it? They being the software. Okay, so what's my option here? 1, 2, right? So this is what he's dialing in on. CN Salazar knows what he's doing. Okay, so 1, 2. We're deep here, but is that a 1? Well, that's where you got to go down to these lower time frames and say, is that a 1? It's kind of self-contained, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I can fly with that. Possible, right? 1, 2. Okay, this has to happen. It's not a great start. You got a candidate here for this to be A, B, C, right? Which you can see pretty clearly. That sure looks impulsive. So, right, you better to at least take a swing at it and say, okay, if I got an ABC there, I'm not going to be surprised. Where do I invalidate, right? If I take out that low, right? This is now the new low. Swing. So we have a box. We're in a box, right? You try and simplify it. Okay, I've got. Oh shit! Come here. Okay, so I'm in a box. What's the trend? Current trend. Well, that looks like it's about halfway. Oh, come here. Am I in log scale? Fuck, I am in log scale. Okay, so here's the premium. Nice short, right? So I'm in the discount. Do I want to buy that? Oh, is this ABC? Doesn't look like it, does it? Looks a little more like that's where we are. Now, it's always an educated guesstimate. We don't know. Fuck, that could fly. Where's earnings? Tomorrow. No, today. Holy shit, today. Right? You want to trade it on earnings? You know, have at it. I wouldn't. I wouldn't put a fresh trade on right before earnings are going to come, unless I was going to do. I mean, I'm anticipating some volatility. Maybe you're going to put on, you know, some sort of a collar or a straddle, something you're expecting a big move. I mean, that's a pretty big move on an hourly. Go to a daily, probably not as big, but AB, that doesn't look like it's done, does it? I'm just being objective. Does that look like it looks like a 3? Like it down here, but if that's going to do that, come here. If it's going to do that, we just use that 50. 1, 2. You can label this. Looks like you got a 5 here that finishes. So whatever this is, right, we begin and end with 5s, right? So 5 finishes, 1, 2, right? Is that a 3? I don't think so, right? So like it down here. So a candidate would be, they come down, sweep the low here, they fill in this imbalance, right? You see the big fair value gap there? Right there. Now it's already been tapped. So it doesn't need to come down here. But you could certainly see how it might. This is all one leg, right? So one time framing, right? We're not taking out the highs until we get right here, right? So there's the correction, locks in that low. This is essentially burned, right? So you don't need it there anymore. What that means, though, is that there's an order block down here. Oh, fuck! I'd use all of this. All right, so you'd have demand down here. All right, why do we know that's demand? Because it produced the imbalance. So we know this is muscle here. That's not retail. Retail can't do that. You want to try and play it that tight to the pivot? Well, that'd be very low risk. It's super low risk. I'd give it maybe a little bit more. Well, you actually wouldn't need to, right? Because if it breaks that pivot, I mean, you can be tight as hell there. If it breaks that, not the 2. The 2 moves over. I think you got to let that settle itself so you see which way this is going, because that would be a very unusual correction to be over that fast with just one leg down. Now that is the daily. Okay, how are we doing? I don't see the wick on my charts, by the way. Cian Salazar. On which one? On Wendy's? Oh, this is you, Cian. You don't see the wicks. What wicks we're talking about? Oh, I know what you're talking about. That giant wick that was, oh fuck, we had that crazy wick. Was that on the Wendy's? Was it over here? This one, that one. That's your chart. That's you. Right? Weird. I don't have it over here. Huh. Weird. That isn't NQ, isn't it? Let's go to a, oh fuck. I changed it, right? So I think we're fine here. Yeah, I don't think there's much to do there other than just sit tight. You're not going to miss anything. All right, back to Paul Tudor Jones. The money's made in the middle 70%. You don't have to pick the turn. In fact, if you read his book, his quote is that that was one of the great lessons he learned, right, was to stop trying to pick the turn and just take the meat in the middle. Take the Malcolm in the middle. Oh, he wants to look at a weekly here. All right, then I got to get off here because I'm starting to fade. Oh, I'll tell you, the thing with this COVID, it won't let you sleep. It's really a bummer. Oh, we go to a weekly here. Oh, that's cool. Now you're dealing with COVID. That doesn't make it that much. Oh, fuck. It'd probably be WXY. Come here. WXY, right? Since we broke that, that's the one. 1, 2. Now does it keep going? I don't know. I don't need it, Wendy's. Okay, guys, I'm out. I think I got everybody covered there. All right, I made it through. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it, but once I get going on these, I think instinct takes over. What do we got on the market? Oh, so 2 o'clock. So we got about half an hour before the fireworks. Okay, guys, very much appreciate you guys hanging with me here. I hope you get something out of these, right? That's the purpose. It's not about me. It's about you. Okay, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll be back. Hopefully I'm well enough for Friday. It was very nice of one of my senseis to handle PK to handle Friday's video last week. So you got a very different style of communication. I guess I'd say that, but he's a much better elitician than I am. Okay, guys, have a good afternoon. Hopefully you picked something up here, and we'll catch you.